Guys, Jacob Schultz here. Today I have a success story. I have on my friend Gabriel. Now Gabriel is actually dove into private label. I started working with him a couple months ago, and it's it's insane just to see the amount of transformation and this amount of knowledge that this guy has. And so Gabriel, why don't you introduce yourself for us?
Well, my name's Gabriel. I mean, I started selling on Amazon like back in, what was it, like April or something like that? April, May. And I started private label like a few months ago, right? Like 3, 4 months ago, something like that.
Okay. All right. And now, what are your numbers like daily? Like, what is your sales revenue since you started private label about 3, 4 months
Uh,
ago?
since I started private label, I'm at like 800 to like 1400 a day normally in sales.
So that's
It's
not,
going up
yeah,
more, so
that's not
yeah.
bad. How much percent of that is profit?
Most of my products are like 40 to like 60% average.
Okay.
So
So you would say you're probably doing about like $500 a day profit.
yeah, about.
Okay. That's excellent. That took me so long to get into when I first started private label. It took me a year. It took you 4 months. That's absolutely mind blowing. What made you take that transition from doing books and retail arbitrage into wanting to do private label products? Like, what sparked that interest for you?
Just like having another product that I could sell and stuff like that, and being able to like order it online and like not have to like just go into like a thrift store or something like that and just like hope for something to find that I could find something that I could like consistently reorder and stuff like that.
Yeah, having a replenishable product is like it takes like so much like time and effort and energy off of your
Yeah,
hands. Like once you find it, definitely dope.
yeah,
So, what was like the timeline like? Because you started learning about private label. You're asking me a ton of questions like every single day. You would be like, and you're
yeah.
telling me your story. Um, what exactly like you wanted to get into it, so you were learning. How long did it take you until you found your first successful product?
It took me, I would say, like 2 months, but it really probably took me like 3 or 4 days because like in those 2 months it was just me like kind of like doing a little bit of research here and there. But like when I actually like started like researching products and like actually started like testing PLs and stuff like that, probably took me about like a week max, like
Really?
to find like a good product. Yeah.
Okay. How many products do you think that you've tested so far within the span of like 4 months?
So far that like are active on Amazon, I think 4 or 5.
Okay, and then how many of one of those are like selling like fairly well out of those four or five?
Uh, 3 of them.
Oh, so you're at like a 75% chance like success with your private label research. That's killer, dude. I wish that I was at that number. I feel like, oh my gosh, I just envy you. That's crazy. Okay, awesome. So
My first two products were busts.
yeah, they were bus. Do you mind
Yeah.
sharing what they were?
One of them was those little like cellulite suction cup things that I got in way too late on. And another thing was the iPhone X tempered glass, but I had no idea what I was doing, and I got in on that too late too.
Yeah. Okay. I know people that were doing that. The suction cups. I know that some people failed with it, but I know someone that's actually doing good that bundled it with something. So
Mhm.
that goes on
Yeah,
to show too. Like you can take a dead product and bundle it with something, and people would just be like, "Oh, I want it," and they just want to buy it
yeah,
immediately. Very
yeah.
cool.
Those suction cups didn't even make it to Amazon.
I know, dude.
It was the whole thing that happened with them.
Yeah, but
I was able
that's
to clear them out on eBay though and get my money back at least. So.
very cool. What do you think? What do you think made you like absorb knowledge and learn the most? Was it just by like still continuing learning, or like after you learn a certain amount just to go out and test? Like what is probably like the key thing that like made you get to where you're at? Because not a lot of people can literally say, oh yeah, I'm making 500 a day profit after learning a system for 4 months. What do you think was like the key that made you get to where you are so fast?
Just doing it and not like overthinking and being like, oh, well, what if it doesn't work or what if this doesn't work? Just doing it.
That's awesome. Because I know a lot of people will, especially with me when I first started out, like people will create fear just to like
Hmm.
make themselves be comfortable. So, what do you
Yeah.
think that you would say to people that are kind of like creating that fear? Or because I know like sometimes like we can psych ourselves out with like JungleScout numbers, or kind of
Yeah.
like make it seem like they're not really there, and like even though if all the stars are aligning, we won't take action. You're just saying to literally just do it and just
Just take action. Yeah.
yeah.
Because like the first like 2 months I was learning private label, if I would have started earlier, I would have Like it would have been so much different if I would have actually just did it instead of like asking you questions every day and then waiting so long to actually start.
Right. Yeah, because I know like you come from humble beginnings, dude, and you're still starting out in your journey. And I know what is your goal for next year?
My goal for next year is 1 million in sales, like minimum. Buy myself a car and then like be able to start like some like foundation or charity, like help homeless people and single moms and stuff like that.
That's awesome,
They're
dude.
like my main like three goals for 2018.
Very cool. You think that hitting that million goal is a little easy?
I wouldn't say it's easy, but I know I can do it.
It's
Like,
attainable. Awesome. That's good.
yeah, like, I know it's gonna get done, but it's not gonna be easy.
Right. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude. So what is your game plan then basically? Is there like a certain amount of private label products you want to launch by next year? Is there like you want to like learn advertising better? Are you trying to like build a brand? Like what is your entire private label goal for next year?
I want to have like, cause I have to do, like to get 1 million, I have to do like it's like 2,700 a day or something like that. But I want to do like 3 grand a day, so I have to find 6 products that are doing $500 a day, basically,
Okay.
to hit that 1 million. But that
Awesome.
would be like a little over. So that's like 3 grand a day. It's like 300 extra a day.
Yeah, that's definitely doable, especially on the track that you've been. I mean, I have no doubt that you can do it, dude. Like honestly, do any of your friends in high school? Because you're still in high school, right?
Yeah,
Do any of your friends in high school know what you're doing or see what you're doing?
I mean, not really like none of them really like tried it or anything or like wanted to like get into that. I mean, most of the people my age are just like doing stuff like
Yeah, dude, nobody is serious about the
parties and
future.
like
No.
other stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. That's crazy. So like you're just doing this stuff under the radar. Like you're making literally $500 a day and your friends just don't even know. Yeah, it's
pretty much. I mean, they know now because of like the stuff on Instagram and stuff like that. But like before that, I mean, I didn't really like start like I didn't even put like entrepreneur in my bio till like a couple weeks ago, like 3 4 weeks ago.
that's awesome, dude. Well, before we end it, is there anything at all that you would like to add maybe to people wondering about private label or to even people in high school, just any like finishing quote or any sentence that you would like to add to people?
To just take action. Like that's like the only thing is just take action. Like
Yeah.
stop waiting. Like the longer you wait, the
And
worse
then
it
and
is.
then you
Like,
had yeah, and then also like if you don't have a successful product because people will dwell on it. I remember I get people that say, "Oh, my first product didn't come out, private label doesn't work." And then they're so depressed and
exactly.
they just sink in deep. It's
Yeah, exactly. That's what when the suction cup and the iPhone stuff fell, I was like, man, this isn't gonna work out. And I was like, you know what? I just gotta forget about it and keep going. And
that's
then
awesome.
the next product I launched after that started doing pretty good, and the next one, and the one I just launched is doing pretty well right now. And then I have like three more on the way and two more generics that I just ordered yesterday.
Yeah, and you're just doing it. I know every single week you're just sending me screenshots and I think I'm gonna get into
Mm.
this, think I'm gonna get into
Yeah,
this. Like people you don't stop, and I think that's what the major key is. There's no secret. There's a formula, right? But
yeah,
after you learn that formula, you do it. It all comes down to the
exactly.
person.
Yeah,
Excellent, Gabriel. Well,
like,
thank
do
you
it,
so
just
much.
do it.
Yeah, I thank you so much for your time and coming on here, dude, and let me share your story with others. I'm gonna have your link to the Instagram below if anybody wants to follow you. And are you have any other social media platforms you want to plug, or just Instagram?
Just Instagram right now. I mean, I'm working on a YouTube channel and stuff like that, but that's not gonna be anytime soon. Like that's gonna be like probably next few weeks.
Okay, well, yeah, whenever that comes out, I'll put it in the description as well. But thank you so much for your time, dude. You are absolutely killing it, and I know that you're gonna hit that goal next year without a doubt, man.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Of course, bro. Thanks so much, guys.